Yo, what's up guys, welcome to a brand new COD Mobile video here on this channel. Today we are going to talk about the Outlaw and how to master it, cause as you know, and maybe you have seen it in my comparison video where I've compared the Outlaw against the Locust, the Arctic and the DLQ, then you have seen that actually the Outlaw is in many disciplines inferior to all the other snipers when we are comparing it, for example, to ADS time or bullets per second and all that kind of stuff, and especially when it comes to the hitbox, because as you know, when you hit the hand or the arm of the opponent, then you're getting a hit marker, and that is basically making the hitbox significantly smaller compared to all other snipers that I mentioned previously. And therefore I just was searching for a niche kind of where the Outlaw actually gets its time to shine, and I found it. I'm super happy about it, but it took a lot of practice. It took me to adjust my settings and also my loadout to really leverage the features and the advantages of the Outlaw, and that's basically what I'm talking about today. And in the end of the day, I think that is going to help you as well a lot to make a good gameplay with this gun. Now we're starting off simply by checking out the settings real quick. I'm gonna rush through everything, hopefully that doesn't leave too many questions open. But first of all, if we're going down in the basic settings to the always sprint button, you have to leave it unticked, and that is basically also the case with all other snipers, because when you're sprinting with the sniper, then the ADS time until you scoped in and until you can fire your shot is taking longer than when you're just walking. So you have to kind of find a balance between sprinting and walking when you're running around with the sniper, so that you can quickly hit those quick scopes to take out the opponent. And therefore I have not ticked that box, and also try to adjust my sensitivity right here in such a way that I can quickly switch between sprinting and walking based on the situation. Then the next feature that we have to adjust is the sensitivity, and you can ignore everything else, but let's just focus on the Sniperscope Sensitivity under firing sensitivity, which is on 240. And this has the purpose that the Outlaw actually is very slow when you're looking around with the scope, and therefore I had to push it that much to the extreme, so that when opponents are in the close range, remember we're fighting in the close range with this gun, we have to be able to turn around by 180 degrees, and while we're turning around we preferably want to scope in already, because that's saving us time. If we're first turn around and then aim, we're losing time, and therefore since we lost a lot of speed while turning around when this is on low sensitivity, I just had to push it up, and basically that's the reason behind it. Last but not least, we're having here also under controls this button here in the center, which just helps us to aim in the close and medium range. If you go to long range, definitely hide that button, because that is making it harder to hit the target. But in the medium to close range, when you're doing those quick scopes, it helps you to be like on target with that, because as long as this button is on your opponent, then you will hit them no matter what, and therefore I'm having it here. It's better than this smaller dot in the center, and it helps a lot. That being said, let's jump quickly to the loadout. Basically the two major things here in this loadout are the Skulker and also the stock, and the reason why I picked those two has a very specific reason. As you know, the chances of hit marking an opponent is very high, and I don't know if you've noticed it sometimes in the game, but sometimes it feels just like the opponent, when you're fighting against him in the close range, he's just like moving around, he's just like fidgeting around like a fish, and you're not really getting a grip on him. And that is what I'm trying to do with this loadout as well. That's why we're having the Skulker and also the stock, because they're improving our movement speed, give us maybe a little bit more time to draw our pistol or land our second shot, to increase our chances basically of survival when something like this occurs. And to be honest, after practicing with this gun a lot, I saw that this is a very effective thing and can help a lot and confuses the opponent, and yeah, that's why I prefer it. Then of course gravity spikes if somebody's coming close. The pistol has also a very specific reason why I put that one in it, because the MW11 has the highest firing rate compared to all other pistols, allowing us to miss more shots, because as you know, we are wearing the Skulker, and therefore we are just like also having difficulties to hit the opponent in some scenarios. So we're gonna miss a few bullets, but therefore we're having the MW11 because we're having a higher firing rate. in the end, of course, that means we have higher chances of survival. Ghost, I think, is also mandatory, because if the opponents know where you are on the map thanks to the UAV, they're gonna take you out. They're gonna approach you from angles where you're not expecting them. Not good. Or you can also go for cold-blooded if you're, of course, running with the team where you know that they're taking down the UAVs. And that being said, guys, I have a clip prepared for you, which is pretty damn good, and I myself have still to practice a lot with it. I started playing with this gun like 3 days ago, and I feel like it needs a lot of practice. You cannot master it in one day, but this is basically a very good setup, a very good way how you can master it. And that being said, let's jump into the clip. Let's see how we will pull off here.
We're capturing Alpha. Captured Alpha. We lost the lead.
Alright. I told you the long range quickscoping is like pretty tough with this one.
We're capturing B.
But then when we're going into close range, oh my god.
Bravo. We captured B. Friendly shot.
I'm sorry, teammate. Should have had your back right there.
Tied for the lead. UAV online. Friendly shock RC is coming. Losing A.
Why me, bro? Why me? Oh, frick.
Friendly shock RC.
I was just like confused because there was the teammate behind him, so I was like, ah, that's my squad. It was not perfectly clear for me from that moment here. Because also no shots were fired.
Losing B. Losing Alpha. Capturing C. Friendly shock RC is ready. UAV.
Let's get out of here.
UAV recon is standing by.
Just let them
Losing Bravo.
ah, frick. Again, 7-2 so far. We're doing well, but we're dying. So it's not really necessary. So we're getting.
Capturing C.
Jeez.
All positions locked down. Hold your position.
Ah, this guy was picking up my gun.
Keep on them. We're winning this one. Losing Alpha.
That's why. I was already like, where the hell this guy is having a good taste.
Friendly shock RC is coming. UAV online. Friendly shock RC has
Thank
been
you for the
destroyed.
free kill. Much appreciated. Alright, let's see.
We're capturing A.
Alright, first half 11-2, not too shabby. We're having a decent team to roll with. But this gun is still so difficult. But I think I'm on a good way here.
Objectives. UAV online. We're capturing C. UAV online. Friendly shock RC is coming. We captured C. Enemy taking Alpha. Enemy has Alpha. We've taken the lead. Friendly shock RC has been destroyed. Captured B.
He was just waiting patiently.
We captured
Should have swapped
Bravo.
positions. GG.
Friendly shock RC is coming. We're capturing Alpha. Friendly hunter.
I had to make that clear. No, with me, bro. Actually, yeah.
Captured A. Friendly shock RC has been destroyed. Losing C. Friendly shock RC is ready. UAV recon ready. Jam enemy UAV.
Let's get out of here.
Losing A.
Reloading.
got the triple cap, get that going for us.
Losing Alpha. Counter UAV up. Blind. UAV online. We lost A. Friendly Shock RC is coming. Heads up, team. Enemy UAV spotted. Losing Charlie. Enemy Shock RC is coming. Friendly Shock RC has been destroyed.
Let's see where the next one is currently
Shock RC has been destroyed. UAV online.
chilling. Seems like at A.
Counter UAV is up. Good work. Care package inbound. UAV online.
Okay.
Friendly Shock RC is ready. Friendly Shock RC is coming. UAV recon standing by. Repeat. We're capturing Alpha. Ready to jam enemy UAV. UAV online. Friendly Shock RC is coming. Friendly
Teammate
Shock RC
making our life a little bit easier at that moment.
Friendly Shock RC has been destroyed.
Thank you very much. I was not scoping in. Missing to press the button. Oh well. How well did we do? Actually 21-4, not too shabby, guys. And with that being said, we're gonna wrap up the video at this time. I hope you could get kind of an impression of the Outlaw at this point, but overall I still have a little bit of a way to go. Sometimes you're having those peaks and lows with this gun, seriously. Like sometimes you're not hitting anything and then suddenly you're popping off, you're starting to pop off. And I just want to become a little bit more consistent with all of that. And that being said, guys, yeah, we're gonna see each other in the next video. Have a good one. Peace out.